Hello everyone. So in the previous video we have discussed with identifying how to identify comma and splices, fixing comma splices, how to recognize misplaced modifiers. So here today we will start with module 3. Under this we have like how to identify the tangling modifiers, how to place modifiers correctly, correcting tangling modifiers, no? And how to practice exercise with examples. So let's start with the video. Placing modifiers correctly. So here, place modifiers close to the words they modify. We need to ensure that the modifying phrase or clause is directly next to the word it is where it is meant to modify now. So this eliminates any ambiguity and it ensures that the intended meaning is clear. So here the correct placement of modifiers, it ensures the sentences are clear, no? Precise and easy to understand. So a modifier should be placed as close as it is possible to the word or phrase it describes in order to avoid confusion or unintended meanings. Alright, so avoid, the next one is here, avoid placing modifiers between the subject and the verb. So here it's clearly given here that this often leads to confusion and awkwardness, no? So it can create a sense of disconnect between the subject and the action being performed. Use modifiers sparingly. Here, these modifiers, words or phrases that add detail to a sentence, no, are powerful, are known to be a very powerful tools, no. But overusing, if you overuse them, it can clutter writing and it can clutter the writing. No? So using modifiers sparingly, it helps us to maintain clarity, consciousness, and precision. Alright, so one thing again, why do you think we need to use modifiers sparingly? It's because it avoids overloading sentences. All right, so too many modifiers, it can make sentence overly complex and harder to read. Yes or no? So in order to avoid overloading sentence. All right, so the next one is it enhances clarity. So excess modifiers can obscure the main idea, no? So the next is in order to improve precision, no? So here strong specific words, often it eliminates the need for modifiers. Yes or no? So these three examples are the reasons why we need to use modifiers sparingly. Okay, so some of the tips in order to use modifiers effectively are like we need to choose quality over quantity, no? Quality over quantity, and it focus, we need to focus more on clarity, no? Because it ensures the modifiers to add meaning and not confusion. All right, so that's it. The next one we have is identifying tangling modifiers. So here, let's all read together. Tangling modifiers occurs when a modifying phrase or clause does not have a very clear word to modify in the sentence. So this result is a grammatical error and create a nonsensical or ambiguous statement. In order to identify tangling modifiers, we need to look for a phrase or clause at the beginning of the sentence that seems to be missing a logical connection to the rest of the sentence. So here, for example, walking down the street, the dog barked at me. In this sentence, the phrase walking down the street seems to modify the dog, but the dog is not actually walking down the street, no? So it's very simple, very, very simple. So here in tangling modifiers, it clearly tells us that this modifier, it is a descriptive phrase, no? that doesn't clearly refer to any kind of word in the sentence, so leaving the meaning unclear or awkward. It leaves the meaning very unclear and awkward. So in order to identify them, we need to look for phrases at the beginning or end of the sentence and check whether they are they logically connect to the right subject. No? So here the example is also given very clearly. So you need to read this. All right. So I want to add how to spot these dangling modifiers. No? So first of all, we need to look for introductory phrases. Like this often describes actions, but the sentence may lack a very clear subject performing the action. Alright, so number 2 will be ask the modifier, ask what the modifier describes. So here we need to ask, does the subject match the action or description? If not, the modifier is dangling. Alright, so the next one will be, we need to test for clarity. Like we need to read the sentence and ensure the meaning is clear without guessing. Okay, so for example, the dangling modifier will be like, running down the street, comma, the flowers looked beautiful. So who was running? The flowers? No? So here the corrected one will be, running down the street, I saw a beautiful flowers. No? So the next example will be, after studying all night, the exam was difficult. So you need to ask question like, who studied the exam? No? So here the corrected word will, after studying all night, I still found the exam difficult. No? So you need to, whenever you correct the words, first you need to ask question like that, no? And write it accordingly. Alright, so done with this one as well. We shall start with next topic, next subtopic, that is, here we have correcting dangling modifiers. Correcting dangling modifiers. Here it means, no, a dangling modifier, it occurs when a descriptive phrase doesn't clearly refer to a subject in the sentence. Alright, so causing confusion. So in order to correct a dangling modifier, it ensures the phrase is indirectly connected to the subject it describes. No? So here we have add a missing subject. So if the modifier is missing a subject, we need to add the missing subject into the sentence in order to create a logical connection between the modifier and the word it modifies. No? So the next one we have is, we need to revise the sentence structure. So here we need to consider rewriting the sentence in order to eliminate the dangling modifier. We need to consider rewriting the sentence to eliminate the dangling modifier by changing the sentence structure or rephrasing the modifier to make it very clear. The next one is combine the modifier with the subject. So here we need to combine the dangling modifier with the subject of the sentence by making the modifier part of the main clause. So here you need to read this accordingly in order to understand carefully. Here everything is given nicely, explained clearly here in this PTP. Alright, so let's shift to the next one, the last one. The last one we have here is practice exercises and examples. So yeah, the best way to master this concept, concept is through practice. We say practice make things stronger and clearer. So we need to practice in order to master this concept. So we need to read through examples of these errors and try to identify them. So practice then practice fixing them using the strategies you have learned. Work through exercise that involve identifying and correcting these errors in various contexts. So by regularly practicing these skills, you will become more proficient in identifying and avoiding these common grammatical errors. So remember to always review your writing very carefully, paying attention to the placement of modifiers and use of commas. These all are very important. So you can also utilize grammar checkers and online resources to help you catch any errors you might have missed. So for each and everything you need practice. Alright, so practice accordingly, and I will conclude by saying that this mastering grammar, whatever we have discussed, including like understanding and correcting errors like comma splices, misplaced modifiers and dangling modifiers, these all are like very crucial. It is very crucial for effective communication. Remember that, and by using clear and concise language and placing modifiers correctly, you will enhance the clarity of your writing, making it more engaging and easier for readers like you and me to understand. Alright, so I hope you all are clear enough with this unit 4. So I'll end the video here. I hope everyone you have understood. If not, you all must like watch this video again and again, or just read whatever is given in the PTP. So yeah, let me stop here. Thank you everyone so much for listening till the end.